So how do you discern between a good day and a bad day? So how do you discern between a good day and a bad day? A lot depends on how you define time, or better yet, how time defines you. So the Greeks had a good handle on this in terms of defining time. They had two definitions. One was chronos time, which is sequential, it's days and weeks, it's your calendar. But then there was also kairos time, which was God in the moment. And it was the right time, the perfect time, where God breaks into our lives at that moment. So let me give you an example. This was 12 years ago. My son Scott was 4 years old. And my wife Sherry came to me and said, listen, I need for you to take care of Scott because I have to run an errand. And initially I was like, man, it was the busiest day. I was busy scheduled from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had no time and I had a bad attitude regarding it. But I took Scott and I brought him to the park, and it was a beautiful sunny March day. It was cold and sunny, but bright sun. And I placed him in the sandbox and I just watched him as he started to make these little houses out of sand and streets, and he played with his cars. And I settled back there was a slide, and I kind of settled back into the slide and just started to get very comfortable. And at the same time, the sun was coming up, and it was that perfect angle where the warmth of the sun was just really bakey and comfortable. And I just watched Scott, and it was such a moment in time that was just really a kairos time. And let me ask you this: how do you define your time? And what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to take this week and look at the opportunities to see where God is working in your life. Now, it could be intentional. I want you to look at things and be intentional about seeking those moments. But also it could be it could be improvisation, meaning that God breaks into your day, and be aware of it and capture it. So that's the homework. And think of it in terms of the next step we're going to talk about of what does it mean to have a good day. Specifically, I'm going to refer to Psalm 90:12, where the Lord says, teach us to number our days aright, that we may have a heart of wisdom. And so that's what we'll talk about next week.